You're recognized for your questioning, 5 minutes of questioning, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have two questions for you, Dr. Reynolds. One is, yesterday I met with a manufacturing company, but they also are engaged in getting young people more engaged in manufacturing. So I asked them, so how many of those students that are signing up and want to do this, how many are women? And they said, well, I know there's at least 13% or something. It was a low number. And you had mentioned trying to engage more women in manufacturing. I'm just wondering if just the name manufacturing sounds like a guy. And how can we get more, certainly there's a lot of room for women. What are you doing to make that happen?
Thank you very much for that question. And it's very important, particularly given the shortage of workers we've just been talking about. Half a million currently and close to 2 million within 10 years. We need to bring everybody into the manufacturing workforce, including women, who represent about 30% of the workforce today, underrepresented given that they're 46% of the total workforce in the country. So I think there are a number of things that we could be doing. First point is to say that the kind of manufacturing we're talking about now with AI and automation and all of the type of developments we're talking about really should change the view of manufacturing in this country. Historically, we think of it as dirty, dull, physically laborious. That's completely gone now in the 21st century. And I think that will be helpful in terms of attracting the next generation into manufacturing, particularly also new technology. This next generation is much more interested in working with advanced technologies than working with older industrial systems. Right now, we know that women who are working in manufacturing earn, on average, 16% more than the median income for women nationally. So this is attractive from a wage point of view. It may be less attractive from a flexibility point of view. And that's one area that I think we could hopefully see manufacturers work toward attracting more women into the field, is whether, given childcare responsibilities, et cetera, can we see more flexibility in the work week? But we really need to get the next generation in, particularly starting in high school.
I hope so. I wanted to also mention I'm concerned about manufacturing jobs and wondering how AI is going to fit into this. Is there some reason to worry for everyday workers that their jobs will begin to disappear because of AI? It's a different way to get the technology out.
So I think it's always important to look at the impact of technology on work and on workers, because we know that technology has had an effect on increasing inequality in this country and hollowing out a lot of our middle-class jobs because it replaces workers. The important way to address that is when we use technology to enhance and augment workers. How do we make the technology a tool for workers so that they themselves can benefit from its use? That has often been tracked by the level of education that jobs have and the level of routine operations that we have in jobs. The important opportunity with AI is that while it may reduce waste and get rid of some of the automated work that is quite tedious, it does have a chance to really augment the skills of our workers, and particularly lower skilled, lower educated workers who can use AI, as described earlier, as a co-pilot, where it is actually helping guide workers who don't necessarily have the skills. And this is the opportunity for digitalizing our workforce. And I think we have to look and work very hard to make sure that AI is the tool and provides the opportunity right now for bringing workers who have actually perhaps less education and less skills into career paths and into promising, well-paying jobs.
Thank you for that, because I think it's really important that we consider that not only really highly educated people, but the many people who are right now involved in AI, are in technology, that there's going to be a place for them, and not just for the most educated and and turns out the wealthiest either. So thank you, and I yield back.
I thank the gentlelady. Now recognize the vice chair of the full